Hello friends, Devilar here, and welcome to the Warframe research. I believe this is episode 4 of the Warframe research. We have gone through one full weapon set. I believe it was Vesper 77, Tiburon Prime, and Anku. And now we're starting off the second weapon set of the research. And I have a feeling this one will be very interesting. It's a gun I haven't used in a while, to be honest, and well, we'll see. We'll just see how it does. So, today I am presenting Astilla Prime. This shotgun released with Gara Prime access. I believe it's vaulted. When it's unvaulted, you can get it through bounties, void captures. Those get you Aya, which you sell at Varja in Maru's Bazaar for the corresponding relics when Prime Resurgence has Gara active, but right now it does not have Gara active. Now, Astilla Prime. Loose explosive glass slugs that tear through enemies with Gara's signature shotgun, presented here in its spectacular Prime form. So, uniquely, this is a relatively fast-firing shotgun at a fire rate of 4.3. Taking some other shotguns for comparison, Cedo 4.5. Spore Lacer has like 3. Corinth has 1.4. Tenet Arca Plasmor has 1. So this is a relatively fast-firing shotgun. Now this fires projectiles, and when you hit a dude with a projectile, it explodes. It's like a Kuva Chuck. It's like a Kuva Shakur. Unique trait: 80 max ammo when wielded by Gara. This won't matter. And the build I've gone for today is kind of just your standard cookie cutter corrosive cold build. I wasn't sure what else to do, so yeah, we're just gonna roll corrosive cold, see how it goes. So, contagious spread and charged shell for corrosive damage, frigid blast and chilling grasp for cold damage. Obviously, it doesn't have to be prime chilling grasp. You can just do his basic chilling grasp. You might notice that I've never actually used faction damage in my research. And that's because I don't actually like using faction damage. I prefer consistency. Critical deceleration for crit chance. Galvanized Savvy for status chance, but more importantly, the condition overload effect. When you gain direct damage per status type affecting the target. This obviously won't affect entire groups of enemies if a radial blast hits a bunch of enemies. But, base crit multiplier is 1.9x, so Prime Ravage kinda does fall off here. You could probably do Blaze, but then, you can't roll for primary Frostbite, so I have Ravage on. You could do Prime Point Blank if you wanted. Forego the crit damage for big, juicy, normal hits. And then finally, Galvanized Hell's Chamber for just multi-shot. Now, primary Frostbite. This is kind of it's kind of important for the build. There's also primary Blight, but I prefer Frostbite. When you apply a cold status effect, you get a 3% increase to critical damage and 2.25% increase to your multi-shot. This stacks up to 40 times. There is also primary blight, which is toxin statuses, but the scaling is different and it's toxin status. But toxin, normally toxin status is probably better used in corrosive or viral anyway. So I've never personally found a use for primary blight. Anyway, no Exilus mod today. I thought about it, but I mean, you could use galvanized acceleration if you wanted, but there's no need to do that. Galvanized acceleration is just going to make your shots fly faster. It's not going to increase the damage of your gun or anything. If you wanted an Exilus mod, it'd probably be Vigilante Supplies, because the chance to enhance crits. Either way, in the case that this gun falters and fights, we have Angstrom and Vertilac as backup. But as usual, as is tradition with the research, the primary focus is on the Astilla Prime. That said, I've also bringing Gloomu on my Wukong this time, so that we can hopefully see better results.
The art of combat must
So,
be practiced.
let's get started with these guys. And, oh my god. Okay, damage is not an issue. No. Oh, man. Oh. If I had to reference, if I had to compare this to anything, I would say Astilla Prime so far has aged like fine wine. This is a pretty good performance. Yeah, like easy tens of thousands of damage. And due to the radial attacks, due to the explosions, you kind of soften up other enemies with the statuses. You can just kind of keep on firing. This doesn't seem to be a very ideal build for, doesn't seem to be too ideal of a build for a sort of an AoE situation like this. But that's fine. It's not like it's doing horrible. I'm not sure what else to comment about this. Because these enemies are just eating shit. And I think ideally that's what we want in the Warframe research. Oh, let's see this Eximus. Oh, dude, he's just getting eaten up. This is freaking great, man. Like, life support demand is outpacing the Astilla here, but it's not like that's an inherently bad thing. I think, you could certainly still use this gun if you wanted to. Mind the visual effects. That was my Sentinel being stupid. Yeah, as it stands, I would be willing to write off this gun as usable. Okay, not usable. It's good. It's clearly it's very good. Very serviceable. See how quickly that guy died. I would say, in terms, I think the meta has probably gone beyond Astilla's. The Astilla shotgun. I don't know if Astilla was ever actually a meta gun in Warframe, but To the people who still use Astilla and still stand by this shotgun, I appreciate you. Because this shotgun is clearly much stronger than I think I ever gave it credit for. I think we could probably... Tell you what, I'm thinking... I might try a different build on this shotgun too. So yeah, yeah, you can see though, life support is slowly going down. It's not, you know, it's not like how it was going with Tiburon. Tiburon was more designed for single targets with the augment mod, but this is doing fine. It's no Kuva Brahma for any matters, but you know, I'm not really intent on trying to use Kuva Brahma in the research anytime soon. I mean, Acolyte, I mean, it's decent. You know, you can see it's doing good damage. As you know, as a veteran Warframe player, I've always had the personal opinion. You don't need to be one-shotting everything to have you don't need to be one-shotting everything in the room to have a good gun. And that's exactly the case with this gun, Astilla. Hell, the thing that's killing more stuff right now is Contagious Bond on my Sentinel. How's Contagious Bond even... What? Wait, hold on, how's Contagious Bond even proccing on the Sentinel right now? What the hell, man? Either way. But yeah, you don't need to be one-shotting everything in the room to have a good performing weapon. Which is what Astilla is. It ain't one-shotting, but you can get a damn solid result out of it. Oh. Yeah. And I guess as I extract, I would also like to say, if you like this Warframe research and you are interested in supporting the Warframe research, feel free to like and sub. Free. You can unsub at any time if you're no longer appreciating the research. But yeah, that was Astilla Prime. Now I'm gonna pause the recording and try a different build. Alright, I'll be back. Alright. I'm back with Config B. I am thinking I'm trying something new here. I'm gonna go for a gas build on Astilla Prime. So, Incendiary Coat, Contagious Spread, Toxic Barrage, Scattering Inferno. Just get that gas damage. We got Blaze for some damage and some heat. And some more heat damage for gas status. We got Prime Point Blank for even more damage. We got Shotgun Elementalist for status damage. Magazine capacity doesn't really matter in my opinion here. And then Galvanized Hell for a multi-shot. Oh. Oh. Well, I would have put on Primary Acuity, except it's not here. I'll check that in a moment. But this time, Primary Crux. When you hit a weak point, you gain a status chance and ammo efficiency for 10 seconds. At max, this is a 300% increase to your status chance, which the base status chance is 37%, so that's like, what? Plus 90-something% status chance. And then 6% ammo efficiency, so 60% chance to not consume a shot whenever you fire. Now, let me check this thing real quick. Wow, okay. I didn't realize there was no shotgun acuity mod. Alright. So, gas build. We're trying a gas build. Well, let's see how it goes. I'll admit I'm not expecting too much out of this, but there's a small, tiny chance I may have been wrong. We'll have to see.
Is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
We'll have to see by just stinking things up. Alright. I'm just out here stinking it up. You know, kinda nasty. I mean, it's not terrible. I'll be honest and say I kind of expected a little more, but it's not outright terrible per se. I would say ultimately this might be kind of just on par, maybe? I don't know what to think of this. But you know what? That's what the research is for. We're here to test things out and see if they work. And, you know, I'm not entirely convinced that this is working, but that's just part of the research process. Yeah, life support. I think life support's actually falling a bit faster than it was with the primary frostbite. Ah, well, you win some, you lose some. I'm bringing out the twin. Save me. Save me, twin. I really done stepped in it this time. That was a joke, by the way. Oh, but you know who really done stepped in it? This dude. Try and yoink my gun again, why don't ya? Yep, yeah, you see the life support on the right? No, I mean the left. Alright, I'm twisting up my directions here. Yeah, see on the left, the life support is much lower than it was before. That is not indicative of a good performance from the weapon. I may be tempted to swap to my Angstrom or my Vertilac. Sorry, I was checking my phone there. I felt a buzz on my desk, which meant my phone buzzed. Alright, yep. Seems about good. Yeah, just like always, you know, just like the previous videos I've said, you know, shout out in the, you know, sound off in the comments, you know, tell me what weapons you want to see, and I'll do my best to show them. Because I'll be honest, there are many guns I am curious about too. What? That was a 370k. I blame the twin. Not a shot in hell I could have done that. Anyway. Alright, Acolyte, this is the moment of truth. This is where we see just how wonky of a build this is. So we're just gonna... Oh my god. They already dealing damage.
If they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind.
I mean, the damage isn't exactly great, but You know, it's not terrible. It'll get through them. And they magnetized me. Sounds about right. Yeah, I mean, slowly, but it did do the job.
They know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters.
It was definitely a bit worse off than the previous weapon, than the previous build, I mean. Sorry, I'm like twisting, I'm like, you know, twisting up my wording here. It might be because I'm fresh off of a season. It's probably because I'm like fresh off of a blast in Diablo 2 Resurrected. Ladder reset. The ladder actually reset tonight, so I spent a few hours on it with some friends. We just kind of got blasted and dealt some damage, killed some pixels, you know. But you know, I'm not seeing much luck here with these Thrax dudes, so I don't know. I'm gonna just let them go. And I went the wrong way. Yeah, I'm letting those Thrax guys go. Yeah, if I had to wager a guess as to what's going on with me today, I think my brain's just tired. I just, you know, I spent the last 4.5 hours just, or I guess 6 hours. But 4.5 of those 6 hours was spent blasting the balls off of Diablo 2 Resurrected. We got to like Act 3 in Nightmare difficulty. Might do some more blasting tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, yeah. If you like the vid, you know, like the vid, sub to the channel. It's free. You can always unsub whenever. And that said, goodbye.